Vocabulary today, 6 words. The first one, nostalgia. Pronunciation, the end of the word, the GIA part, I say nostalgia, ja. I think some people say nostalgia, gia versus ja. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think both are okay. And if you don't know what nostalgia is, I mean, the dictionary definition says sentimental longing, wistful affection for the past, but basically it's just that good, warm feeling that you get when you think about the past, particularly your childhood and stuff from a long time ago. It definitely is a good thing. You know, it's a warm, good feeling. Some people might have horrible memories of their childhood or the past. That wouldn't really be nostalgia. These days, I think a couple of months ago we had a lesson talking about TV and movies these days are marketing themselves with nostalgia. If you look at the most profitable movies in the past couple of years, Star Wars, Star Trek just came out. I was going to see it last night, but I didn't. So many examples. Even Transformers was a 1980s cartoon animation. So many things these days are marketed off nostalgia, and there's a reason for that because it's profitable and it works and it makes money.
It's different meaning homesick.
Homesick is different. Yeah, homesick is when you're away from home and you miss home, and you're homesick, not physically sick. Just you're sad. You miss your family, or you miss just your home, or your cat, your dog, whatever. Nostalgia is not yesterday past, not last week past. A lot of times childhood. If you're 60 years old, it could be your 20s, you know. Some older people, my mom, might have nostalgia for stuff from the 1960s, you know. That is nostalgia. Number 2, souped up. So the verb here is soup, S-O-U-P. It has nothing to do with the food soup. In fact, I'm not really sure why they use that word. But regardless, it means enhance, increase, better, more in terms of power or performance or intensity. The example sentence here says their popularity souped up after their new release. The first thing it makes me think of is a car. I told you I'm not a car guy, but a lot of guys, especially, I remember it was really popular with Hondas, like the Honda Accord or Honda Civic in like the 1990s or early 2000s. The young guys would buy the Honda, but they would soup it up, meaning stronger engine, tinted windows, the rims on the wheels. I'm not a car guy, but something like with the muffler, you make it loud. They would soup it up, and they would make it more powerful and better performance. In our reading, they say the souped up version of Pokemon. Before Pokemon, and we'll talk about it, it was on the Game Boy, 2-dimensional. You can go up, you can go down, left, you can go right. The graphics are not impressive, but now it's this augmented reality graphics. It's quite impressive. It's souped up version. It's not the original basic version.
Mostly about technology.
Technology.
Can I say this restaurant souped their menus or something like that?
Souped up menu? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a souped up menu. If they took a week off and they renovated and they came back with it's probably a little bit more common to say new and improved menu or just new menu, but you could say their souped up menu, and it implies not just new, but like, oh wow, this is better in some term, in some regards. It is better, more powerful, more intense, whatever. Number 3, augmented reality. This one is kind of specific, and it is this new technology of a computer-generated image on top of real world. So Pokemon Go is a perfect example. The other one that I could think of is the photo app. I'm not familiar. Is it called Snow? There's something like Snow. You know, you take your picture, so it's your real image, but it adds some computer generated on top of it. It is layered. It gives you stars on your face or some goofy haircut or something like that. Even actually basic, Snow has it as an app, but a lot of cell phones have something similar as a basic function. That is augmented reality. So it is not, if it is totally computer generated, that is more like virtual reality, you know? It is nothing is real. Augmented reality, because augmented means kind of to change, right? So it's to layer it. It is combining both. Number 4, cutting edge. This is quite a common term. A lot of times it is used with technology or science stuff, and it means the latest, the most advanced, the newest, the most impressive. It is using the new technology. It is not the old one. This one is the cutting edge of. A lot of times it is used with the word of. This is the cutting edge of gaming technology. This is the cutting edge of gaming. This is the cutting edge of fashion, even you could say. So it is the newest, most advanced. A lot of times it is used with computers and cameras and gaming and technology. You could use it with other stuff. I'm trying to think of other examples. The cutting edge of. You could maybe say fashion. I think would be okay. They are talking in our reading the cutting edge mapping technology. So, like I said, this new mapping technology, this wasn't available 5 years ago. Now, this is the newest, most advanced cutting edge technology. Number 5, spin-off. So this is when you spin something off, you create something new that's based on the original one. A subsidiary would be, you could have it in business terms, a spin-off company. The thing that it makes me think of is TV or movies. If something is successful, they will spin it off. If you know the really famous sitcom comedy from the 90s, I think, it was called Friends, right? One of the characters, Joey, got his own spin-off show, just called Joey. Not successful at all. I think it was 1 season. But he got his own spin-off show. A lot of times they will do a spin-off show, a spin-off movie, spin-off product of some sort. You spin it off and you're trying to capitalize on the success of the original one. You could have some tech companies spin off and to try to create some other smaller company and have success in another specific field. This says the Google spin-off Niantic. So Google spun off and created this Niantic company that deals specifically with.
Spin-off means only using for related industry or related company, or just. I think people change is different thing than spin-off. Right? People change.
People change?
People change.
Pivot.
P-I-V-O-T.
Pivot change. Pivot change. Yeah, that would be something new, something kind of unrelated. Spin-off it's probably related in some sense. This is related in some sense. This Google Niantic, I guess Niantic is dealing with gaming, or I didn't research the Niantic company itself, but Google spun off some smaller company called Niantic. Number 6, momentum. So this word, I guess originally has some science background, like physics. I remember in my physics class, there's even a formula for momentum, right? I forget what it was, but it's the force. So that's why it has some scientific background. It is the force driving something, the force behind something. The word, but it doesn't only mean physically force. It is used quite commonly, actually, probably more commonly, for stuff like ideas, products, strategies, whatever. These are gaining momentum. They are becoming popular. So a lot of times it is used with the word gaining momentum, building momentum. So it's picking up more and more and more. If some idea is gaining momentum, people are talking about it more. More people are supporting that idea. If a product is gaining momentum, more people are buying it. How do they use it here? I guess just they say Pokemon. Oh, Nintendo momentum, because they were kind of down and out for a little bit, but this Pokemon Go thing has them building momentum and is giving them success, this force behind them. Any questions about those 6 words? I think they're all really good words. Number 3, augmented reality is very specific and talking about that exact technology. The other ones can be used to refer to numerous different things.